But on to our next story, the South Carolina primary. Now, from the food to the weather to the women, everything gets hotter in the South, and the election is no different, with candidates from both parties getting more fiery as the debate holds up, as the election goes on. Now, as evidence in the New Hampshire primaries, negative attacks work. Rubio saw this firsthand as he dropped to a 5th place showing in the state, in large part due to Chris Christie's relentless attack on him in the debate prior to the primary. It may not have helped Christie, but it definitely hurt Rubio. So at the Saturday Republican debate, mud was slinging everywhere. Here are some highlights to the debate. So that was some quick highlights of the pretty long debate. Like I said, it was a very interesting debate. Possibly my favorite part of the debate was when Cruz started debating in Spanish to prove to Rubio he could understand it. Now, one of my biggest criticisms of that was Trump talking about Bush and 9/11. I think that was completely unfounded, talking about how he didn't keep us safe because 9/11 happened. There's no doubt that President Bush was key in keeping this country safe after 9/11. If it wasn't, I don't know what would happen if he wasn't president at that time. So I think what he said there was completely unfounded, and the boos that he got for that were deserved. Now, I think also the amount of arguing with each other gave the debate a very amateurish feel. And I think that's what the moderators wanted. That makes good TV. Actually, John Kasich came out as much more of a statesman in that debate, and with his admonishment of all the bickering that was going on. And believe it or not, Trump has still not stopped. And he has started accusing the GOP of giving out too many GOP debate tickets to donors who have booed him repeatedly in the debate. He's had a lot of boos at a lot of these debates, including that one. He has even threatened an independent run, again, which is in violation of the pledge he signed last September to support the eventual nominee. He said, quote, "The RNC better get its act together. I signed a pledge, but the pledge isn't being honored by them." He then went on to say the RNC would be, quote, "in default of their pledge if they don't intervene with his dispute with Cruz," who have, of course, talked a lot about his, Trump's stance on abortion and the like. So Trump said at a press conference this afternoon that Cruz is spreading lies, and he'll bring a suit challenging the Canadian-born lawmaker's eligibility to run if he doesn't apologize. Now, the Republican, of course, has the primary to be held the 20th. And all this stuff with Trump, though, it hasn't hurt him because according to the most recent Real Clear Politics average, which they average a lot of different polls over the last, I think I've made it for 4 days, Trump is solidly in the lead with 37%, followed by Cruz at 17%, Rubio at 14%, Kasich at 10.5%, Bush at 10%, and Carson at 4.5%. Of course, none of these numbers, we still haven't gotten polls yet, or poll results about the post-debate performance. So these polls may change dramatically after that debate. And of course, it's going to change this whole week. Now, on the Democratic side, Hillary remains in the lead with a 59% and there won't be another debate before the election, which is almost 2 weeks from now. It's not this Saturday when the Republican primary is, but the following Saturday. But Bernie Sanders has slowly been chipping away at her lead and has shown that he can debate her very well. In fact, I find it quite enjoyable to watch her get frustrated when he's debating her. The DNC knows that another debate could harm her, or potentially harm her, and they must protect Queen Hillary at all costs. In fact, Fox News is trying to get a debate, and Bernie Sanders says he would love to do one, but the DNC refused to do any interview or any debates with FNC, despite Republicans doing debates with every news agency. And in fact, Hillary won't even come on to Fox News Sunday, which I find quite a... Fox News Sunday is a pretty fair show, I think, and she refused to even go on that. She really doesn't want people questioning about her emails and all the many scandals that she has. Now, Clinton is mainly bolstered by strong support from black voters who comprise most of the Democratic electorate, while Bernie is leading with white and young voters. Now, Sanders leads Clinton on being seen as honest and trustworthy, though here a majority see both candidates as honest, which honestly, I don't see how anybody can see Hillary as being honest. That is completely beyond me. I mean, it's almost an oxymoron, Clinton and honest. To me, it's sort of like common sense liberal, both oxymorons.